Well, I never thought that I'd be making this video. This video is for all my followers out there. It's a long kind of video, so if you feel like watching it, if you're my follower or just genuinely interested in kind of what's going on with the company, what's happening to the drivers out there, stay tuned. I know you guys have seen all the things that have been taking place with all the job cuts, artificial intelligence. This is just one of the tactics that not just UPS but other companies are using to cut costs, and at the cost of people's livelihoods, people that genuinely enjoy what they do. I have genuinely enjoyed what I do, but as of February 24, 26, I am no longer a UPS driver. I'm still in shock with everything. I can't believe that I was let go. I've always done the right thing. I never misled anybody. I've never intentionally been dishonest in any way. And this all had started back in June with the company attempting to fire me and 2 other drivers for allegations of dishonesty and time theft. I realized that other drivers had been dealing with the same thing, and it was kind of one of those moves that the company had made to paint drivers that, whether they had targeted or just to anybody they could, to get something on them, to hopefully fire them at that point or to fire them later. And in my case, with the time theft and dishonesty, long story short, us drivers were going to the bathroom. We'd come out, we'd purchase things that we needed for the day, like water, some snacks, just stuff to get us going, because some of us are out in the country. Like my route was out in the country. And they asked us if we could remember. And they're asking us this days later. And our days are pretty stressful. We're under a lot of pressure to perform and to keep up with deliveries, to stay on time so we can get home to the most important stop is our home. So they asked me, and the other drivers, we couldn't remember, and they deemed that dishonesty. Fast forward to the end, the other 2 drivers were reinstated prior to what we call the Joint Arbitration Committee, which is basically where drivers go for the final decision when the company and the union can't agree to get a determination with an arbitrator. So arbitrator is kind of he's paid by both the union and the company. Well, the union and the arbitrator had deemed this retaliative. This was entrapment. They had allowed us drivers to continue making these mistakes even when they had supervisors with us. They didn't let us know that, hey, this is a problem and you guys need to fix this. And because we would have immediately, hey, we're not out here trying to steal money. We make $50 an hour to do that job, and free health insurance. It comes out of our union dues. So why would anybody want to try to steal time? And I'm sure there are people, but that wasn't us. That's not us. That's not me. And so the union had ultimately got me reinstated under what the company was at least hoping for, was suspension time served, and I was reinstated. But it still meant I had something on my record. Fast forward to February 2nd, I was put on a route. The cuts, we had that big snowstorm. The cuts happened with the volume, and I was forced onto a route that I've never done. At that point, I was already on layoff. I had no idea that I actually could have stayed on layoff, but I needed the money, and I was like, let's go give this a shot. Come in on a route. It was the heaviest route in the building, the most difficult. Like, you had to have weeks, sometimes months of experience on this route to be proficient and to know the area. And I had ultimately misdelivered a package. Some packages, they were supposed to go to suites, but I had no idea. I'm just going as fast as I can safely to keep up with customer service and to service the customers. Well, in that process, I had failed to ask for a last name at one of the stops. Later on, I found out that the management had falsified statements to incriminate me, to make me look even worse. They had turned, when the customer had called in. Okay, you can have another one. Sorry, babies. They had twisted a customer call that was just saying, hey, let the driver know that he had misdelivered the packages to this door to make sure he brings them in the front. UPS had twisted that into a customer complaint. And then when they asked me about whether or not I asked for this person's last name 4 days later on routes that I've never been on, I mean, I was on 2 different routes that I'd never been on, and I couldn't remember. I mean, I'm like, I don't even know how to get there. It's sad because I'm a UPS driver, but when you don't know an area and you follow a GPS all day, like it used to never be like that, you're not used to using your memory as much. You're just relying on the tools that the company had given you. So because I couldn't remember, they had twisted my statements up, saying that he said he knew, and they had deemed it dishonesty. And so they brought me, once again, I'm up for termination. So I wanted to touch base too at the first termination attempt that the company had tried against me. It ended up being that I had allegedly stole 6 minutes of time. That's how nitpicky. There's drivers that are getting suspended and terminated for not carrying packages correctly. And it's just outright insanity. And it's so obvious that the company is doing this intentionally just to out people. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's just, so if you're a driver out there and you've been going through this, I know what you feel like now. I've been getting retaliated against, and I hate to use that word, but when it's there, it's there. And I'm honest, and I've always been honest, and I'm going to say it how it is. So back to the story, I ended up going to the businesses where my management team had said they went, and they got these they discussed with the customers. They never got any statements. I ended up going there and discussing the situation with the customer and wanted to get their side of the story, and it was completely opposite of what my management team had said that in the statements that were against me. So I presented all this information. The companies, the owners of the businesses, the employees were all advocating like, no, this was not what we were intending. It was a mistake if he made it. The manager had never did the investigation that she said she did, and ultimately the union, they did really nothing for me in the end. They could have pushed, they didn't. It was very obvious it's the same thing because they allowed me to continue working. So I'm fighting for my job. Unfortunately, attorneys, they don't want, hard cases like this. They want the quick, easy wins. And if anybody knows an attorney that would be willing to take this case, I'm in Iowa. I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to keep fighting. I'm not going to let this get me down. God is good. He's going to get me where I'm supposed to be, whether it's at a different place or back with the company. But drivers are going through it right now. And we have families. I got babies. And I got bills. And I'm at a standstill. And it's the uncertainty puts me in a state of concern, but I'm not worried because I know God has got my back, and I'll do whatever it takes to provide. But to my customers, I'm sorry that I won't be able to make you laugh in this uniform. I'm hoping when I get my joy back, I can make you guys laugh again one day in something that maybe I find a passion for. So I love you guys. I appreciate everything, all the support over the years. It's been a hell of a ride, and I'm happy, and I have no regrets. And I'll keep going. I'll keep delivering smiles, because that's what I do.